Mail call. What? You bet. The secret gig's a go.
Price is $10,000 a year. Deal with it.
You're dreaming if you think you can outrun me. No way. That voice. Morning run's done, so let's crush today. I'm Makoto Osanai, 46 years old. I work at a company that manages hotels. I came to America originally just for a company inspection, but the chairman, Nakata, ordered me to stay. Before I knew it, 3 years had passed. I'm used to working remotely now, and I'm ready to keep pushing for the company's growth. Mail's here. What? A termination letter? What the hell? I could see through the thin envelope without even opening it, but it's not like I can ignore it, right? I've always been dedicated to the company, not just avoiding big mistakes, but watching out for the small ones too. There has to be a good reason for this. No matter how many times I checked, it was just that single termination letter inside. Not even a note to explain. How am I supposed to understand this? Confused, I grabbed the phone and called HQ. Hello, this is Osanai. I figured you'd be calling around now, Osanai. That voice. President K? He's still young, only 35. Took over as the second-gen president after his dad, and that was right after I got assigned here. Actually, I just received a termination letter. Ah, good. I'm glad to hear it arrived safely. He used to work in the same department as me, and his condescending tone hasn't changed a bit. I'm not sure I can even get through to him. Are you sure there wasn't a mistake with the envelope? Oh no, we filled the spot for the useless guy. Go ahead and consider yourself resigned. Useless? We figured it was best to cut you loose, since you weren't much of an asset to begin with. That's ridiculous. I've been busting my butt out here in a foreign country, managing operations. Just dismissing me as useless is beyond cruel. You've gotten a taste for the pay raise since being assigned there, haven't you? Excuse me? I've had doubts about your work style for a long time now. This whole remote work thing, what a joke. My dad, the chairman, has totally lost his ability to judge people in his old age. You being favored by him is the perfect example of that. I've always approached my work with a strong drive to improve. Anyone can say that, you know. Your father, Chairman Nakata, has always shown his support for me, an ordinary employee. That's what ticks me off. Favoring a useless old man like you. Why didn't he suggest me, his own son, for the overseas assignment? Wanting to take you down, I worked my butt off to prove myself to the chairman and finally claimed the title of president. So this is all revenge against me? Exactly. Now hurry up and quit already. It's annoying having you buzzing around like a stubborn fly. No point in arguing with him. Fine, I'll just accept it. I understand. And as of tomorrow, remote work privileges are gone. From this moment, you're practically a stranger to this company. Understood. And I'll be waiting for you to send your resignation letter. I bet you didn't expect to end up jobless in a foreign land, but good luck with that. Thank you for everything. Goodbye. Whew, at my age, being entrusted with more responsibilities felt rewarding, but it's disappointing how it all turned out. But maybe this was for the best. A crisis can become an opportunity. No time to mope. Time to reach out to that person. Hello? Is now a good time to meet? So, I made my way to Hana, whom I met here. Your company always showcases such individuality, Hana.
I believe that living life outside the box is what truly brings out people's skills and talents. My mom's Japanese, so I lived over there until I was a student. But to be honest, I always felt suffocated.
Really?
I truly admired the discipline of the Japanese. It's something to be proud of. But I got tired of the whole mindset of rejecting outsiders and forcing everyone to conform. America, the land of freedom, just suited me better. That's why I decided to start my design company here.
I see. That's so you, Hana.
I've been blessed with the right environment and great people to get where I am. So, since you called, can I assume you're in?
Of course. I'm on board with the project.
Let's make it a cool $1 million per year.
Hana, please. Enough with the American jokes. I'm just a regular company guy. I'm not worth that kind of money.
Ah, that classic Japanese modesty.
No, really.
It's only natural to offer fair compensation to someone I'm headhunting.
But 1 million is too much. I'd be happy with a standard offer.
If that's what you want, Makoto, then it's settled. Welcome aboard as part of our team.
Looking forward to working with you. Now that I think about it, do you really think my artwork can make it in the design industry?
Of course it can. The pieces you painted by the seaside. They're exactly what I've been looking for.
That makes me so happy. I've been into painting since I was a kid, but people always told me that as a guy, I should be doing something else. Your words really touch my heart, Hana.
People who don't recognize your talent just aren't worth it. Once you make it big, you'll have the last laugh.
I'm feeling super motivated now.
That's the spirit.
Stay humble, keep learning, and repay Hana for her kindness. Even though I got hit with that termination letter while overseas, I found a new hope through this job change. A few days later, back in my old workplace. Everyone here is my subordinate. Having a whole crew under me in my 30s is the privilege of a chosen one. Keep working hard and crawling for the company's sake. That's the kind of employee we need. Now get out there and boost profits. Haha, giving orders like this makes me look so cool. Maybe I should hit up a mixer for the first time in a while. Being the president of a luxury hotel management company is bound to impress the ladies. As long as I stay in this seat, I'll rake in the cash. I just signed the contract for that car I've always wanted. Now all that's left is to have a gorgeous woman in the passenger seat. I'm living the dream life everyone envies. But a week later... You guys, I told you. If you're getting paid, you'd better be ready to hustle like you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. 0 new clients for 3 days in a row? That's unacceptable. Quit slacking off. The complaints from existing clients and the notices of canceled contracts keep piling up. Things started falling apart. After Os and I left the company. Well, whatever. I'll just step in at the negotiation table and fix everything myself. Even without that guy, I'll turn this mess around in no time. Then the higher-ups will think even more highly of me. and I'll get the recognition and perks I deserve from Dad. But the results were a total disaster. President K only found himself backed into a corner. Maybe I underestimated the situation. It's annoying, but I'll have to get Osanai back. Still, I'm shocked at how much his presence was holding the company together. I've got the money, so I can just hop over to America on a whim. Once I wrap this up, I might hit up a club full of beautiful women. Man, being president is the best. So, this is the condo he used to live in. He could afford it thanks to the company's housing allowance, but no way he's still living here after quitting. How do I track him down? If I'm lucky, he'll pass by this area. But wait, he could have already gone back to Japan. Is that Osanai? He's still living here? I guess as a single guy, he might be scraping by with his savings. President K? Hey there, looking a little rough around the edges, huh? Well, losing your job would kill anyone's appetite, right? No, I've been eating as usual. No need to act tough. I can totally tell. Why are you here in America? I'm here to bring you back, Osanai. Bring me back? Working in America comes with a lot of expenses, and I can't have you slacking off, so you'll be returning to Japan to work at HQ. I'm not interested. I don't know if you're just working part-time around here, but playing tough is only gonna hurt you. Whoa, she's gorgeous. American women really have stunning blonde hair and incredible figures. You're beautiful.
Thanks.
Wait, you speak Japanese?
I'm half Japanese, so...
No way. This is fate. If I let her slip away, I'll regret it forever. Forget about Osanai now. Wanna grab a bite later?
Sorry, I'm having dinner with Makoto.
Huh? Makoto? You mean Osanai? What's your relationship with him? Hana's the president of the company I work for. What? I thought you were unemployed. She'd been offering me a job for a while, and the day I got the termination letter from you, we signed the contract. No way. By the way, what kind of business is Hana's company in?
It's a design company.
Design? They've got business with companies not just in America, but in Japan and all over the world. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say they're the hottest design company right now. But Osanai's always worked in hotel operations and sales. How could you handle design work? I've been painting as a hobby, and Hana appreciated my work.
His artwork shouldn't just be a hobby. I'm convinced it needs to be seen by people all over the world. That's where it truly has value.
Ah. So just when I thought he was a hopeless case after quitting, he got picked up by a beautiful president. Thanks to Hana, I made a smooth transition into a whole new industry.
So, what business do you have with Makoto? Judging by the conversation, it's obvious you're his tyrannical former boss.
Huh? No. Wait, has he been talking about me? I was told to return to HQ, but I turned it down.
Seriously? After sending a termination letter without warning, now you want him back?
Well, maybe?
Makoto is not going anywhere.
It's okay, Hana. There's no way I'm going back. So, You're really gonna abandon your boss just like that?
You were the one who abandoned him first.
I admit, I owe a lot to Chairman Nakata, but I don't owe you a thing. Just because you've got a beautiful woman backing you, don't get cocky. Well then, if you'll excuse us. Wait, we're not done talking.
He's got a design competition coming up. He doesn't have time to deal with you.
I came all this way despite my busy schedule. Then we should all just call it a day and get back to work. I heard your company's business is struggling anyway. A company's fate depends entirely on the abilities of its top people. Don't jinx it. Our company's going down? No way. It's normal for sales to dip a bit in this kind of industry. There's still a chance to turn things around. I should just cut my losses with this guy. Well then, good luck in your new gig, Osanai.
Finally, we're free. Hop in my car.
Thank you, as always. Thanks for the ride. What the? That young and already driving a super famous luxury car? So design companies can really rake it in. I was planning to mock his pathetic look, but instead I got a face full of his thriving success. How annoying. If I just leave it at this, it'll feel like I lost. Even back in Japan, I'd be tormented by my inferiority complex over Osanai. No way I'm letting that happen. I won't be satisfied until I show him what hell really looks like. There's gotta be a way. Aha! That design competition he's been prepping for. If I ruin his efforts, I'll get to see his devastated face for sure. The next day. Hana, do you have a minute? I want to narrow down my ideas for the competition.
Of course. Let's see. Wow, these are amazing. Every single one of them shines so brightly.
Hana, you always know how to make me feel good.
I'm not just flattering you. It's seriously hard to choose. Wait, I've got it. Let's combine all the ideas.
Huh? Wouldn't that make things messy? Besides, I don't think I'm skilled enough to merge the designs.
You're surrounded by professional designers. Now's the time to lean on them.
You're right. That makes sense.
Everyone on the team recognizes your talent, so I'm sure they'll pitch in.
Okay. This is getting exciting. The day of the design competition.
Makoto, can you come here for a sec?
Sure. Heh heh heh. Let's see what happens when he leaves his precious laptop unattended. He probably poured blood, sweat, and tears into this competition, but too bad. He's never gonna see the light of day. I'll just smash this laptop and head back home. President K, I figured you'd show up. Osanai?
I know you've been tailing him every day.
Even Hana? Knowing you, I had a feeling you'd try something.
To think this is what came from leaving you loose. I'm speechless.
Crap. Tailing him? Don't be ridiculous. I just dropped by since I heard about the competition. Besides, I run a hotel, so I've got to brush up on design, right? I can't slip up now. Just say something that sounds plausible and bail. If you think you can get away with this, you're dead wrong. Huh? Who's that voice? Dad? What are you doing here? Weren't you supposed to be inspecting South America? Hey, you should call me chairman in public. Honestly, it's pathetic seeing a man in his late 30s panic like this. Sorry, chairman. Hosanai's resignation isn't something Dad knows about. Hosanai was his favorite employee. If he finds out what I did, I'm screwed. The South America trip wrapped up earlier than planned, and when I returned to Japan, the president's office was deserted. The employees were all exhausted, so I knew something was up. That's when I found out Makoto had resigned from the company. Gah. A few days ago, Chairman Nakata gave me a call, and I explained everything that happened. What? Sending him a termination letter like that? How dare you do something so outrageously disrespectful? Hosanai, you snitch! That was so childish. Idiot. He was just telling the truth. Don't get so mad, Dad. It's your fault for treating this guy like he's special. You should have sent me to America instead. How's the company been doing since Makoto left? Well, it's been declining, little by little. That's your answer. He was more capable than anyone and kept this company on solid ground. That's why I sent him overseas. I believed he'd take us to new heights. But I've delivered results too. Not compared to him. Grr. It's true you made a good impression. That's why I appointed you as president. But clearly it was a mistake.
Your arrogance led to us losing a talented employee. You bear a large part of the responsibility for this.
Hana's really blunt. Exactly. I was a fool for overestimating you just because you're my son. Hey, you've crossed the line. Just because you've got a pretty face doesn't mean you can act all high and mighty. Don't talk like you know everything just because it's your first time meeting the chairman. Watch your mouth. She's the president of one of our company's most important partners. What? You're kidding, right? I didn't hear anything about a deal with an American company. This is beyond embarrassing. While Makoto was out there holding his ground and landing major contracts, you were... I've heard from your colleagues that you just piled up my reports on your desk without even reading them. Yikes.
You don't even know your own company's partners. That disqualifies you from being president. And with the way you've spoken to me today, it might be time to reconsider our contract.
Now that you mention it, wasn't there a plan to build a huge hotel in America? The interior design for that project was supposed to be handled by her company. We can just hire another firm, can't we? If we have her company handle it, the hotel's brand value will soar. There's no other company that can match her firm.
When Makoto resigned, I had serious doubts about doing business with your company. But I know Chairman Nakata and the staff well, and I chose to overlook a few things to see this through. But after today...
You're right to cancel the deal. I'm so sorry for causing you all this trouble.
Chairman Nakata... If it's clear that your company has cleaned house, I'd be happy to continue working with you.
Really? Does that mean? President K, this concerns your position. I'm not giving up the presidency without a fight. I've worked too hard to get here. No matter how much you fight it, the final decision is mine. Wait, please. A man who's blinded by greed and steps on others has no place at the top. Kay, you're demoted to a regular employee. No, I won't accept this. I'll take care of the paperwork. Throwing a tantrum won't help.
You should have just focused on doing your job right.
What a waste. If I hadn't gotten involved with them, I could have stayed president. Let me apologize again for what happened. I'm truly sorry. Please, lift your head. I'm grateful for all the experiences I've had with the company, ever since I was a new hire. My only regret is how it's ending. I also wanted to see the grander world we could have built together. Hey, I'm not okay with this. I have one last request. What is it? Would you help us with client relations? Without your trust, we'll never get things back on track. Understood. I'll say goodbye to the people who supported me and leave the industry. Thank you. Hey, are you guys even listening to me? You're such a loudmouth. You've caused so many people so much trouble. Can't you at least step down from the president's seat quietly? Just give me one more chance. I'll stop acting selfishly from now on. I'll work hard, please. If I show this much sincerity, it's gotta work. Dad's not that heartless. When I've lived long enough, I can almost sense whether someone's words are genuine or not. Your words are empty. What? You're fired. You show no sign of remorse.
I can already imagine you getting rejected in job interviews because they'll see right through you.
Even if you manage to fake it, it's only a matter of time before you slip up. Oh, come on! Now even you guys are ganging up on me?
Chairman Nakata, do you have time tonight? I'd like to discuss some design ideas with you.
Of course. Let's discuss it over dinner with Makoto at a nice restaurant. Dad, what am I supposed to do? Your freeloading days are over. Find a way to make it on your own. No way. What goes around comes around. I've got to remember this and keep myself in check. Hosanai, please, talk to my dad for me. Things will definitely run smoother without you around. For the sake of all the employees we've worked with, I stand by Chairman Nakata's decision. Don't be so cold. So I really don't have anyone on my side, huh? With Kay hanging his head in defeat, we left the scene. Afterward, Kay was fired and wandered the streets. Driving a fancy car with a beautiful woman in the passenger seat? That was my dream. Now I'm just a jobless loser. Dad disowned me and kicked me out. I'll never get hired again. If only there was an easy way to make a lot of money. But there's no such thing. Is there? Move it. I don't have time to deal with losers like you. Wait, you're offering me a high-paying job? But isn't this kinda shady? Huh? You're saying it's a company approved by a government agency? A daily payout of $1,000 depending on my skills? This is it. Huh. God's on my side. Just watch. I'm gonna make it big and show them all. A few hours later. What? My job is to collect money from old people. Isn't this that scam everyone's talking about? On second thought, I'm backing out. And don't worry, I won't tell anyone about this. Please, stop. Later, he was taken into protective custody by the police. Now, he reportedly makes a living as a janitor. The praise for the design work keeps pouring in every day. Hana was the perfect choice. That says it all.
Thank you.
I hear Makoto's been flooded with offers ever since you won the competition. Yes, every day is so fulfilling. A talented couple deserves happiness. I'm determined to keep growing alongside the one I love.